Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Aaron Nix, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Colossus Coastal Clash 2. We have an absolutely jam-packed St. John's Church and Community Centre here in Margate. And oh baby, are we gonna kick things off in style with one half of arguably the most prominent and exciting tag team of British wrestling today. Chuck Mambo is here, representing the Sunshine Machine. Good vibes, good times aplenty here for the Lossy posse to get behind. Yours truly, yes indeed, Chuck Mambo, ladies and gentlemen, the magnificent Matt Raven is at ringside, by the way, capturing all the photography. Check him out on the PWC socials. A lot of love here for one of the most vibrant and exciting young men in all of British professional wrestling, and somebody who is so well decorated it beggars belief. Wearing the Space Jam tribute is Chuck Mambo today here at Pro Wrestling Colossus. Certainly love themselves some Chuck Mambo, but you want to talk about the antithesis of one half of the Sunshine Machine. Let's talk about the biggest, the baddest, 285-pound, 6'6" of raw, big country protein. Here comes the beef, big country, Ben McDonald. Big country, of course. At sink or swim, eliminating more people than anyone else. Is that really a surprise when you just look at the goddamn size of him? Bigger. Ain't nobody badder. Hell, I would know personally just how bad Ben McDonald is. Had the pleasure of tagging with Big Country himself one time down in Kent. This is a meaty specimen, a whopper of a unit, and the Lossy posse of a rather interesting reaction to Big Country Ben McDonald. Next reception for the big man here, of course, a local favourite, local produce indeed. We're about to have a whopper singles contest to open up. Coastal Clash 2.
Alright, ring the bell!
Yes, here we go. Referee asks for the bell, the bell rings, and here we go. I think Ben McDonald not appreciating the untimely ringing of the bell, but here we go. Big Country Ben McDonald versus Chuck Mambo.
Shut up right now!
What little love that Ben McDonald may have had coming into this singles matchup has just been eradicated courtesy of his bad attitude.
Feed them to the goals, you say?
Feed them to the goals is the cry, of course, from the Lossy posse. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Colossus is aplenty. Here we go. Coastal Clash 2 opens up with a collar and elbow tie between Big Country Ben McDonald, the rather sizable man in the black tank top, versus Chuck Mambo. And it'll be interesting to see if Chuck Mambo's experience as a...
Are you stupid, mate? You're supposed to count. Come on, mate. Also, hey, don't make a big deal out of this, bro. Go and sit down.
Well, if anyone's going to make a big deal, it would be Big Country and Nicole, who's in an extremely bad mood here at Coastal Clash 2, ladies and gentlemen. Following on the start once again, as I mentioned, Ben McDonald in the workers' jeans and boots. Black tank top, of course, versus Chuck Mambo in the ever-colourful Sunshine Machine colours. Big Ben McDonald making his presence felt at the expense of Chuck Mambo here, making it very clear, one chop and I can have
Slug
you
on the bottom lip, mate, stupid.
on the floor. And McDonald is in an extremely bad mood, and a very vocal mood, might I add. Go behind by Chuck Mambo, looking to isolate the mighty oak of professional wrestling, the big old tree that is Ben McDonald. And Ben McDonald, look at the power there. Knuckle control. Takes Chuck Mambo down to the floor. The armbar at 5. I've used this line many a time in professional wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. But when it comes to people like Ben McDonald, there aren't many people like Ben McDonald, I assure you. the mediocre becomes monstrous. Just like that shoulder tackle right there as Chuck Mambo looks to slip up the big man himself. Leapfrog attempt, but gets caught in midair. Drops right on his back. Ben McDonald is looking to take Mambo up and over, but he's able to escape. Chuck Mambo did get this far in his career by escaping from individuals like Ben McDonald. He'd rather step up to the task and go toe to toe, and certainly he's giving Ben McDonald a run around here. A big flying forearm right to the face, courtesy of Chuck Mambo. And Ben McDonald is retreating to the outside. Chuck Mambo putting up a head of steam, lovely drop kick right through the second and bottom rope. And Chuck Mambo knows that he's got to throw every single bit of his arsenal at Big Ben McDonald if he's going to be successful here at Coastal Clash 2, and he lights up the big man on the outside with palm strikes and knife edge chops. Even the hard care isn't safe, ladies and gentlemen. Big Ben McDonald is in the house. Yep. I do believe we recognise our good buddy Keith there from Rumble Wrestling Promotions joining the party. The Lossy posse, ever growing, ever stronger. A big old boo right to the face. And you can see raw rage, raw animalistic power from Big Country Ben McDonald. Chuck Mambo looks to be far worse for wear, despite being the man who initiated the clash on the outside. The clash 2, ladies and gentlemen, St. John's is right to the rafters as Chuck Mambo looking for a drop toe hold, now kicking the leg out, very smart, but Big Ben McDonald is having none of it. He just picks up Chuck Mambo like, oh my god, a strike right to the face, picked him up like a bag of trash being discarded. Vicious knife edge chop. Chuck Mambo looking to duck and weave, a lot of counter wrestling here. Gets hold of Big Ben McDonald and is looking to go up to the top rope. Ben McDonald says nothing doing with a violent knife edge chop to the chest. Pinfall, all of that massive frame across the chest of Chuck Mambo, but he does kick out before the freak out. Violent clothesline in the corner. Got an average man crashing into a sidewalk slam right in the middle of the ring. Pinfall now, and Big Ben McDonald taking a little bit too much time maybe to cover Chuck Mambo, not getting enough body on body, which is frankly unforgivable when you're the size of Ben McDonald. I remember watching this man when he first broke into professional wrestling. He had all the tools, all the size, all the skills, but my god, has he become magnificent over the last 2 or 3 years in British professional wrestling. Truly one of the best big men in the business. Speaking of best in the business, Matt Raven there with his cap. Good God almighty. Matt Raven certainly would have got a lovely image of that as Chuck Mambo gets a life-size skillet handprint across his chest and a vicious Irish whip into the turnbuckle. And this is the pace that Big Country Ben McDonald likes to set. Slow, methodical, violent destruction. Now just driving all of his weight into the lower back of Chuck Mambo, and let's be honest, you take away the core of someone like Chuck Mambo and he is going to be, well, frankly, futile in his efforts. He's not going to be nearly as devastating, nearly as explosive, nearly as athletic as he can be. Once again, Big Ben McDonald just driving all that weight into the spine of Chuck Mambo. John's Church and the Lossy posse not impressed watching their hero Chuck Mambo being dismantled, and Big Country's going right back to the well, maybe one too often as Chuck Mambo turned around an inadvertent low blow. He says it is an accident, unfortunately, due to the general collision that has happened there, and now Chuck Mambo looking to build up a head of steam and a lovely back elbow, trying to drive all of his body, looking to build up a head of steam once again. So he's running to the opposite corner so he can get more traction, but unfortunately Ben McDonald plucked him out of midair and a humongous slam to the floor. Well, nothing fancy about what Ben McDonald's doing right there, stuffing that humongous food right across the throat of Chuck Mambo. Got a 2 count.
You wanted so much!
Chuck Mambo being disregarded to the outside. Ben McDonald is quite content to take a count-out victory here. Right in front of the Lossy posse is Chuck Mambo. with plenty of time to spare, my eye. Knife edge shot once again. Chop Mambo once again looking to light up the big man. Absolutely no fear, looking for a scoop slam, and I have to say nothing doing there with the sizable weight and power advantage. Ben McDonald regains control of this match quite nicely with an Irish whip and a back elbow right across the face of Chop Mambo, who is reeling and rocking, and across the chest, and Chop Mambo able to get his shoulder off the canvas, and maybe, just maybe, because Ben McDonald didn't get all of his body weight across the chest of Chop Mambo.
You like him so much.
Oh, come on. Well, Ben McDonald just spat in the face of Chop Mambo. I understand trying to get one up, and I understand mind games, but that is disgusting, frankly. And it certainly looks to have fired up Chop Mambo as Mambo pulls down the ropes, and Ben McDonald goes to the outside. But credit to him, his athleticism stays on the ring apron, but Chop Mambo looking to build. He's in the ascendancy, and he was, oh no, I think he might be looking for a drop kick, and he gets a knife edge right across the chest. Big Ben McDonald, very agile for his size. Mambo comes in, goes up and over, lands on his feet on the outside, and Ben McDonald with a big boot sends Chop Mambo crashing to the outside. Like a big old Mack truck, a big meaty protein factory, stopping that humongous brown boot right into the face of Chop Mambo. And he answered the last 10 count. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to answer this 10 count as the Lossy posse tries feed him to the goals. But right now, the only person who looks to be gold feed out here is Chop Mambo after that violent big boot.
I don't know if you noticed, but he's out cold. Now I swear to God, if you keep cheering his name, you're as stupid as I thought you were.
As I mentioned, an extremely bad mood, very vocal this afternoon. No love lost for the audience, no love lost for the Lossy posse. Chop Mambo. Someone might need a spatula to get him off the canvas, to get him off the floor, shall I say, but credit to him. Chop Mambo just able to answer the 10 count.
Yeah, you wanted this.
Well, Ben McDonald, I think, just about has had enough of Chop Mambo and is looking to finish this portion of the Coach of Clash 2 story, but Chop Mambo able to escape. Knife edge shot once again. Seems to have done well for him. Big old clothesline, but Ben McDonald doesn't go down. Mambo up to the second rope, double axe handle. Takes Ben McDonald down to one knee. Knife edge drop again. Desperately, like a lumberjack looking to chop him down. And Ben McDonald, for a moment there, was off center. And now a double axe handle once again. Ben McDonald is down, but he's up so quickly. Chop Mambo now. Another vicious knife edge chop and a clothesline once again, and every time he makes such vicious contact with Ben McDonald, the big man is up so quickly. He's up once again, but Mambo off the top rope, went to the well one too often. Choke slam incoming, look out. Mambo able to counter, had that one scouted, and thank God for him, because that would have been game over. A springboard, crossbody from the outside to the inside, 2 count. Oh my God, I tell you what, 2 count only, but Ben McDonald, the first serious trouble we've seen him in, almost got counted out for 3, and now Mambo, look at the power, has got Ben McDonald up for a scoop slam. Didn't get all of it, but still an impressive showing, and a 2 count only. Oh, it was an incredible feat of strength from Chop Mambo to get Ben McDonald up into the rafters, so to speak. And as I said, didn't get all of it enough though, and frankly, I'm still damn impressed. And now Mambo looking for some patented offense, and every time Ben McDonald seems to put on the brakes, Mambo has an answer for that. Beautiful use of the ropes into a springboard hurricane runner, takes Ben McDonald into the corner. Super kick on the money, and Chop Mambo is in the ascendancy. Timber indeed. The big oak has fallen, and now Mambo looking for a springboard. He was looking for a springboard splash, but unfortunately nobody was home, and a discus lariat. Forget about it. Big, meaty collision. That's going to be all, but Chop Mambo somehow gets his shoulder off the canvas before the count of 3. Lossy posse barely believe what they've just seen after that violent collision. Ben McDonald down near beheaded. Chuck Mambo was still able to answer before the 3 count, looking for a big old sidewalk slam. Beautiful counter, tilt-a-whirl into a reverse DDT. Scorpion death drop by Chuck Mambo, but Ben McDonald wisely able to roll away before Chuck Mambo was able to make a pinfall. And Mambo, as you can see, has absorbed so much punishment and not capitalised and cover Ben McDonald, or at least drag him back for a pinfall attempt. And now we have a double count out on our hands potentially, as our referee is up to 5. Both Mambo and Ben McDonald got a vicious palm strike uppercut. Oh my God, double palm strike from Mambo, and again another one from Ben McDonald, and Chuck Mambo somehow able to absorb all of this punishment. Good God almighty. The portion of Chuck Mambo's soul just left his body there, but he's coming back with multiple palm strikes this time. Ben McDonald shoves him off, looks for a strike, and Mambo is just coming back, just keep coming like a rabid dog, desperately trying to chop down the tree, look for a shotgun drop kick. Ben McDonald caught him flush in the middle of the ring, and now the Boston Crab is applied. Submission hold applied by Ben McDonald to Chuck Mambo. I've got to say, I'm impressed with both men's efforts in this opening matchup, but I'm particularly impressed with Ben McDonald's gas tank. He has gone toe-to-toe with Chuck Mambo, who many people would argue in terms of experience, in terms of athleticism, would probably have an edge, but in terms of raw power and raw devastation, Ben McDonald proving why he is arguably the best big man in British wrestling. Holy cow, he just dropped all of his body weight through that double stop. You even saw him slip, and ultimately that caused even more damage to Chuck Mambo. And of course this is over, but Chuck Mambo escapes. Victory roll by Chuck Mambo. Chuck Mambo has just stolen one right out from underneath Big Ben McDonald's gigantic nostrils. Good God almighty, credit to Chuck Mambo. He has just beaten Big Country in the middle of the ring here at Coastal Clash 2. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever want an example of what it means to stay in the fight, this was right here. For many, many portions of that matchup, it looked like Big Country Ben McDonald was going to give the Lossy posse a bad time to open up Coastal Clash 2. But unfortunately, for Ben McDonald, Chuck Mambo caught him flush, the experience advantage. He was able to counter the powerbomb attempt, and Chuck Mambo has picked up a win to open up Coastal Clash 2. Well, an adoring bit of that. Wait, whoa, what the hell is going on here? And oh, come on, well, Chuck Mambo being assaulted here. An absolute blindside.
Alright, Colossus! Hey, Tristan! Tell me who you are!
I'm the evergreen Tristan Stone!
Tell them who I am!
The Sea King Alex Torres!
Tell them who we are!
The Besties of Destruction!
Specifically, we are the greatest active tag team on the whole southeastern scene. Because over in Planet Pro Wrestling Academy, you know, big leagues, we have an undisputed, undefeated record of 1 win and 0 losses. That's right, baby!
100%! The numbers don't lie, baby!
Numbers don't lie, and tonight they spell disaster for Chuck Mambo.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
I hear you, I hear
Get a
you.
load of that.
But the thing is, guys, I'm getting it. I'm like you. I mean, I'm really pretty, I'm sick of wrestling, I have a girlfriend. Besides that, I'm just like you guys. I love practicing wrestling. The problem is, in 2025, especially in Pro Wrestling Colossus, these tag teams are so two-faced.
Yeah,
there ain't nobody who would start their own tag partner for their own singles run. So tell me, Mambo, how's that singles run going?
Yeah, go on, buddy, tell us. Come
No?
on. Come on. Come on, Mambo.
The greatest team, you know what? Nothing.
God, nothing.
There are
Absolutely nothing.
no real friends in tag team wrestling anymore. That's why you need the besties of destruction. We are going to fix tag team wrestling with a little bit of flavor, a lot of bad behavior, and all eyes on us.
Well, the Besties of Destruction have made themselves felt here at Coastal Clash 2, assaulting Shot Mambo from behind, might I add. The question was asked of how's that singles run going. Obviously, Shot Mambo looking to break away from Sunshine Machine and make a name for himself as a singles wrestler. Did just that with a fantastic win over Big Ben McDonald. But bottom line here is that the Besties of Destruction have made their presence felt, and you gotta wonder what the reaction from Shot Mambo is going to be going forward.